I hit it in the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? And can I hit it in the morning? The sun rising while you're moaning. And can I hit it in the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? Hey, can I hit it in the morning? The sun rising while you're moaning. If I can hit it in the morning, yeah. Can I hit it in the morning, yeah. Can I hit it in the morning, yeah. The sun rising while you're moaning. Baby, can I hit it in the morning, can I hit it in the morning, yeah. Can I hit it in the morning? The sun rising while you're moaning. Hey. Can I hit it in the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? The sun rising while you're moaning. Can I hit it in the morning? Can I hit it in the morning? Hey, can I hit it in the morning? The sun rising while you're moaning. Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here for another Monday message here at TDG Financial. I'm super excited. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Shout out to all the fathers that celebrated Father's Day. Um, Man, we had an incredible week last week. And the week there was, we are going to skip the numbers this week just because it is a holiday and the numbers have not all come back just yet. But the good thing is we have two special guests that are here to talk today. Ed Soto and Brandon Beal are going to be our guest speakers today. I'm super excited. I know Ed Soto lit it up the week prior, and that was really good, speaking into everyone's business. I'm super excited to hear from Brandon. So we're going to keep it really short and jump right in. Um, you guys there? Can you hear me? There you go.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, loud and clear.
What's
Yo,
up?
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I
We
can
can hear
hear
you too,
you, bro.
Brandon.
Awesome.
Hey, man.
Sorry for my background.
That's good.
Thank you for having us on, Adam. I appreciate it. I was looking forward to numbers. I was like, man, we got good numbers this week. So that'll be
What
next
we're
week.
gonna do, yeah, what we're gonna do is gonna compile both of those numbers in for next week. So they're gonna look crazy next week. So
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
yeah, man.
Was on.
Yeah, no problem.
So, hey guys, how you guys doing, Davies Nation? Welcome to the Monday Message. This is your boy Ed Soto, and got my man Brandon Beal on the call. He's out here making no excuses. He's out here with his baby daughter probably next to him right now. He had her on. We had a sales call right before this. So I know he was carrying her. He had her on. But dude, I'm fired up. So we just came from a massive sales call, people doubling and tripling and looking for 10x. So Davies asked me to come on here and just basically just talk about like, hey, what are you guys doing for the next 90 days? What are you guys doing to 10x? I know you got a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff happening on Brandon's agency and Evan's agency, massive momentum coming up, Sabrina's agency. What are you guys are doing and saying to your people to grow? And basically, I don't think we're doing anything new. What we're doing is listening to those concepts that we have learned for the last 10 years that Davies has been preaching, that Albright has been preaching, and what Brandon is doing is the same thing. So we want to talk about how to 10x by doubling your activity, okay, and your attitude. And when Brandon came up with that topic, I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. See, what happens is a lot of us, what we do is we put our goals down, but we forget what our standards are. We put some goals like, hey man, I want to write 10,000, but they're more capable of writing 30, 40, 50,000, but they just say 10,000 is good enough. And what happens is, I think it was Steven about 5 years ago said, I'd rather shoot, if I'm shooting darts, I'd rather shoot at something massive than something small, right? Because he gave the analogy, if you want to make $500,000 a year and you shoot at 500,000 but land at 250, that's way sexier than shooting for 100,000 and landing at 50,000. Does that make sense? So a lot of y'all are probably, let's say you're brand new or you're a seasoned agent, is we find ourselves of who do we have to listen to sometimes? Okay, because let's just say you're in Brandon's agency and you're 3, 4 and down in debt. And what happens is we get brought in by, let's say, an agent, and they're not seasoned. They don't know how to grow. They don't know how to help you, right, Brandon? And what happens is people get stuck to that level. They start listening to people in the red. Well, you have to start listening to the people in the green or blue. I prefer blue and up. Okay. I had a conversation with Noel this morning and I said, he's an agency manager and he is crazy competitive, just like us, Brandon. And I said, "Oh, you're agency manager. That's cute." He did not like that I said he's agency manager. So it's, who are you getting your coaching from? How are you going to double? What kind of activity you're doing? Okay. And what's your attitude to that activity? Right. So I believe in Davies Nation, we have 5, 6, including Stephen. We have 5 people. We have 4 people in the VPs or above. Then we have, I believe, Nick Greco is junior board member, and Davies is senior board member 3 or 4, something like that, right? So it's who's in the blue and who you're listening to. Now, if you're not VP and above, please don't get offended. Okay. Steven said, you can't offend nobody, they can get offended. It's up to you. Like, I can get offended, but Steven can't offend me. So if you get offended, it's you. It's something that you're doing and saying. So we have 5 VPs, 6 VPs and above, including Steven. We need 10 to 15 to 20 VPs and above. Like, I know there's people that are national managers that should be VP. Oh my God, I can't wait to see y'all to hit VP. So the standard should be for us here, for us to double, okay, 10x your agency and Davies Nation is, how many people can you get across that level? So just recognizing the VPs and edifying them, and you guys going out there and giving respect to that, that's how your agency is going to double. So I appreciate what Nick is doing. Mike Guerra, Hutch, the other VP is Brandon Beal. Like, these guys have a lot of knowledge. And what we have to do is start taking that knowledge and implementing and copying, right? So we know here in our agency, okay, when I'm talking about the Soto Insurance Agency, we're getting our butt whooped right now. So we're doubling down on activity and making sure that attitude matches our activity. So I know Brandon wanted to talk to more about activity, and what we're going to do here is we're both going to speak, and we're going to ask questions, and you're going to hear the passion side, and you're going to hear from me more of the faith, the childlike faith of how I built this agency and how we can all 10x by helping each other. So, Brandon, I know you're on and you're taking care of your baby. You can hear me. Let's see if we can ask you to mute. I think unmute. But dude, looking at your numbers and looking at you're already 10xing what you're doing for this month going into next month.
Mhm.
I am scary. Next month can be a $200,000 month for you and your agency, and we'll be in Miami.
Yep.
That's with, I think a lot of us are going to be there from Wednesday to Monday. So just tell them a little bit about what's in your heart, what kind of activity and attitude, how to double that. What are you telling to your people? And let's go from there. All right, buddy?
Sweet. We may have to bounce back and forth just in case my little human here gets a little rambunctious, which she has a tendency to do when I'm on Zoom calls. But no, man, huge shout out to Stephen and Holly for, asking me and you to do this for his entire hierarchy, for their entire organization. I've said it time and time again. I'm going to say it again right now. I don't take this lightly, and I don't take it for granted. It's a huge base shop, or, huge organization. So, and I told Steven in a text message a little bit ago before he boarded his flight, if I piss some people off, I apologize in advance. But yeah, I want to get into attitude and activity. And within those, I guess, parameters, so to speak, not making excuses. Listen, y'all, we all got stuff, right? We all got stuff going on. We all got things that come up. We all have hiccups and roadblocks. But listen, and I'm sure Stephen can back me up on this, and Ed too. The difference between people that are successful and winners, and the difference, between those that are not successful, and I hate to say this word, but losers, the difference is going to be, do you have the mental fortitude and the mental toughness to push through whatever it is you're going through? Do you have the mental toughness to say, yes, that might be a distraction. This may be holding me back for now, but I'm going to continue to work. Whereas a lot of people, not just in our industry, but all over the world, they get distracted by one little thing at 9 a.m. and then their entire day shuts down. Their entire day is over with. You got hit with something. I get hit with shit 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 4, 3 o'clock in the morning. My whole day's not shut down. I'm just getting started, baby. You know what I mean? And I feel like, well, I shouldn't say feel like, the truth of the matter is, you don't have what you want because you allow one thing to stop you. You need an attitude of, I'm tough, I'm him, I'm her, I'm that guy, I'm that girl, I'm going to get this done. You know, how do you show your appreciation to Ed? How do you show your appreciation to Steven? How do you show your appreciation to Nick and Mike? Do you just stop? Or do you push through? You know what I mean? Do you have the attitude of gratitude? That's my word for the next 6 months, is gratitude. I'm grateful beyond belief. Y'all know what me and Ashley have gone through, and I give up everything to have this little girl right here. Try not to cry. I'd give up everything, money, toys, cars, my house, everything to have this little girl. I would. I'd be broke as a joke, but I'd have the love of my life, 2 loves of my life. Gratitude. Are you bitching and moaning and complaining all the time about every little thing with leads and appointments and no-shows? You know, Ed mentioned a minute ago on our other team call, you know, I was driving back and forth to Phoenix. I was driving back and forth to Vegas. When I fly, I would miss a flight, you know, or they would lose my bag. Or if I drove, I would pop a tire or two. My battery would die in the middle of the hood of Las Vegas. And for those of you who run business in Las Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. It's not all glitter and glamour. There's a part of Las Vegas outside of the strip that's not so awesome. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there with a dead battery trying to get to my next 3 appointments. And I could easily say, this shit don't work. I could easily throw in the towel and go back to being a personal trainer. I could have done that, but I didn't, because I have a mental toughness about me. And I don't know if that's something I developed here. I don't know if it was just something that was ingrained in me, you know, from my childhood, playing sports, my background. I think that has a lot to do with it. But we have to continue to find the mental fortitude and the mental toughness to push through things when they're not going our way. Nothing ever is going to go your way. You think everything goes Jeff Bezos' way? Not everything goes Elon Musk's way. Not everything goes Stephen Davies' way. But he's on a plane right now, continuing to make it happen. I'm sure he would love to be at home with Chan Man, Tinsley, and Holly. I'm sure. I would love to be home with this little one all day, but I have to do. You know what I mean? I have to provide. Stephen has to provide. This is what we do as men, right? So we need to practice having gratitude for the people who are there for us. Like, those are my 2 things: activity and attitude. Every day we should be doing some sort of IPA, some sort of income producing activity. What are those? Okay. Dials, setting appointments, conducting your appointments, closing your deals, recruiting, helping your recruits close deals, helping your recruit and close deals. Okay. If you're not going to conference, buying your conference ticket, getting your recruits to get their conference ticket. I'm so jazzed up by him about Miami. It's not even funny. But if you're not doing those things, everything else isn't making you money. But Brandon, I'm human. Trust me, if there's one thing I've learned in the last almost 3 months, is that I'm human too. As much as I try to be RoboCop and I try to be Superman and Batman, I run out of gas too, right? But damn it, I have dreams and I have goals and I have a vision. I have dreams, I have goals, and I have a vision. So every day I need to be doing some sort of income producing activity. And I tell my team all the time, if you're not busting your hump making sales, you need to be busting your hump recruiting. If you're not busting your hump recruiting, you should be busting your hump making sales. You can't not do either. That's what we do. That's what we do. We do both of those, and you tie them together. That's building. And you can't build, well, Brandon, I'm a builder. How you gonna build if you ain't got nobody on your team? So you need to be recruiting. Well, I don't have any recruits, nobody. Okay, well then you need to be putting out ads. In order to do that, that costs money. And how do you do that? You make sales. In order to make sales, you need leads. Everything is cyclical, man. We're not sick. I mean, everything just, it ties in together. It really does. You can't sit there and say you're focusing on one thing, but you have a goose egg. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to anyone. I'm more than happy to listen. Make it make sense. Because how you do, and we talked about this as well, how you do something is how you do everything. How you do something is how you do everything. And so I preach with that the power of one more. I am constantly, and I know they hate it, preaching to my team. It's just like anything in life. Your love life, your parenthood, your fitness. One more rep in the gym. One more rep on the bench. One more rep on the leg press, right? Say I love you to your spouse and your children one more time before they go to bed. One more time before you leave out the door. All right. One more prayer to God. Lord, please help me. Give me strength. Give me the courage. Same with our business. One more phone call. One more sale. One more recruit. One more conference ticket. One more. You never know where that one more is going to lead you. I learned a long time ago from a guy who makes billions of dollars. He said, you're always one sale, one recruit, one phone call away from your business exploding. I would love to make one more phone call today to find the next Mike Garrett. I would love to make one more phone call today to find the next Nick Greco. I would. I'm a huge fan of those guys. Huge fan of those guys. And what they have is something special. So if you're on their team and you take them for granted, shame on you. Shame on you, because they have something special. Dave Fleming, the Green-Eyed Assassin. I'm a fan. I am the biggest fan. I don't say it because I'm still a competitor, but I am your biggest fan, straight up and down. So how you do one thing is how you do everything. And you should be trying to get one more before you start bitching and moaning, complaining to your upline. Go get one more. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about. Sorry, she's doing so well. If you're not having success in this business, it's because your vision isn't big enough. It's because you don't. And this isn't your fault. It's my fault. I'll take the blame for the whole hierarchy. If you're not having success, that's on me, because I haven't instilled in you enough what's out there. I haven't instilled in you enough what you can have, what you can obtain, what you can achieve in a relatively small period of time. There's so much in this world, but guess what? It all costs money. I would love to go and take another trip with Ashley to Hawaii. I would love to go to Bora Bora and Fiji, Fiji. I would love to do those things, but those tickets cost money. Luckily, we're in an industry where you can buy leads for $500 to $1,000 a week. You can make $5,000 to $10,000, and you can do whatever the heck you want to do. You can buy the car of your dreams. You can buy the home or penthouse or whatever you want of your dreams. You can. You can. You were made to do something extraordinary. You're not an ordinary individual. The people who are telling you that you're nothing special, you're not good, you're not great, those people are insecure. Those are the losers. They're trying to bring you down to their level. Don't let them. And a lot of the times, it's the people that we love and care about most. A lot of the times, not all times, but a lot of the times. You are extraordinary. You are awesome. You can have whatever you want, but you have to cast a big enough vision for it. You have to see it. Andy used to say, seize it with your eyes before you seize it with your action. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I learned that at a convention. Get your ass to convention. I learned that at a convention, and that's stuck with me all these years later. Seize it before you seize it. Meaning you have to have the belief, you have to have the faith before you can have, the sight. You have to see it first. Cast that vision. So I say again, if you're not successful in this business, I'll take the blame on that. And I'm sure Stephen might take a little bit too, but you have to cast a big enough vision. What do you want? That's what it comes down to. What do you want? Why do you want it? And then lastly, the big one, what are you willing to give up to get it? Stephen taught me that one. Well, there was two parts Stephen taught me. What are you willing to give up to get it? And time audit, like we talked about on the last call. You do a time audit, you come to find out how lazy you really are. I'm guilty of it. I've done it. Years and years and years ago, Stephen asked me for a time audit. I was so ashamed and so embarrassed that I never even sent it to him. But I knew I had to get my bleep together. I knew I had to start adhering to my calendar and my schedule. And that's why I preach calendar and schedule. Rich people have something to do every 15 minutes of the day. So what are you doing with your day? Thanks, Ed. I appreciate that, man. She was so good. You did so good.
Bro, she did amazing.
So good.
Bro, I agree with you on a lot of stuff. You said some great things there. And I hope people understand that a lot of people will hold themselves down. Like it's like that crab theory that we talked about on the last call. Is you put a crab in a bucket and it will claw its way out by itself. But if you start putting 4 or 5 crabs in one bucket, what happens is that when one try to get out of the bucket, the other ones start grabbing and pulling them back down. So you got to get away from the people that are holding you down from achieving your goals, right? And I think, in my theory, I think a lot of people, Brandon, what happens is they end up holding each other themselves down because they don't have a big enough goal. So basically what happens is if you have a 10x goal, like there's nothing that I can tell Nick Greco or there's nothing I can tell Mike Guerra, that will distract them from accomplishing their goal because they have a 10x goal. They know where they want to be at. So no matter what I say, what I do, or let's say I'm trying to trick them because I'm trying to pass them, these guys are focused because their goal is so massive. They're 10x in their goal. And what happened when you 10x your goal? That's the same thing I said earlier today in the call. Is if you want to shoot out a dart at 500,000 and you land at 250, it's 10 times better. Well, it's 5 times better. If your goal is 100,000 and land at 50,000. You know what I'm saying? So you put your goal so big that nobody can distract you. Here's the mentality. And the mentality is make your goal so crazy that you're so scared of it, right? You're scared to not succeed. Make your goal so big because when you put your goal and then you have standards with that goal, okay, standards and principles, right? If you have standards that you say you're not going to cut corners, you're going to do the things that you're supposed to do, and you have goals, what happens is you start acting like those goals. What I mean is, if you want to become rich, if you want to make $1 million, when you start acting like a millionaire, dressing like a millionaire, looking like a millionaire, smelling like a millionaire, what's happening is that you are attracting that in your life, and all the people that were mediocre in your life are gonna not want to hang out with you, and you actually don't want to be you don't want to hang out with them because they're holding you back. So you start changing your mindset and activity. People will say, well, Ed, what does this have to do with insurance? It's everything that we do is 90% here. Here's what I mean. If you go out there and just double your activity and you're doing 1 time, 2 times better than what you're doing, is you're going to fall in between 1 and 1.5x. But if you want to 10x your activity, if somebody's doing 60 dials a week and I can get him to do 600 dials a week, I just 10x his activity. They don't have to be really good on the phone. Here's an example. If they're dialing 60 dials and they're talking to 10 people and booking 5 appointments, right? Let's just say that they're doing that. I mean, I know the numbers are, the 3x rule. I know that. But let's say they make 60 dials, talk to 10 and book 5. Let's just say that. If I want them to get better or book or talk to more people, or if those numbers are true, I just 10x their activity. So make them do 600 dials, okay, to basically talk to 100 people for them to book 50 appointments. I'm just giving you an example. You 10x that rule. They're going to fall, okay, better. They're going to fall in the 20 to 30%, booked appointments. So you use 10x. What happens is that a lot of people are trying to figure it out. They want to know everything they need to know about this carrier before they go out there. And if y'all would have known me back in 2012, I didn't know no product knowledge. I just read the questions in the application. Like, I was so basic. I think for a year, I did just Columbia Financial Group, CFG, for a whole year because I didn't know the things. But I was booking more appointments. The one thing that I can do is I will work, right? So start 10xing your activity. And then once you start 10xing your activity, you have that work ethic. You understand the value of making dials, showing up, running appointments. You probably fell a little bit and got back up. So, and then when you have that built out, the activity, the grind, the knowledge will come to you. Like Brandon said, that he will go to Vegas and Phoenix. I loved it. He hated it. Okay. Because what happened is life will hit you. I'll say, hey man, there's no leads in California where you're at. So what he will go and get uncomfortable because he will hear Davies, Andy, myself. We were repeating the same thing to Brandon. Okay. It was just one straight line repeating the same thing. And what will happen is Brandon will be like, I guess I'm going to Vegas to run business. That morning, he will call me at 5 o'clock in the morning. Man, I missed my flight. All right, get on the next one. Or, hey, my rental flat tire. I'll be like, you good, man. You'll fix it. You'll figure it out. And he would, like, any objection that he gave me, I'll be like, you got it. It's going to be a big day. So when you get your mindset to that 10x, when things are trying to stop you, you always find reason to persevere. Always. You will 10x every single time. So get around the people that help you 10x. I see this a lot, Brandon. I don't know if this has happened, but I know it happens. People that are doing 20,000, and then they were associating with people that were writing 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. And then what happens is they're writing 20,000 and then their production goes straight down. And now they're doing 2,000 or 3,000. But they're walking with the chest up like, I used to write 20,000. And what happened when we see that decline, we can associate, like Davey's smart enough, Albright's smart enough to catch it real quick, is either A, you're associating with people. You're giving too much of your time to people that are not writing 20,000. They're associating with people that are writing $5,000. And then what happens is they're not communicating properly, or what happens is they're not reading or listening to audio. So people say, how do you know this is going through me? Because it happens a lot. Okay, it happens to agencies. It happens to producers all the time. You'll see it. Or when agents start recruiting and lead production, they're going like this. It happens but if you have a standard of saying, hey, we're going to do it this way no matter what, I'm not going to throw no goose egg. We're going to either recruit or we're going to build, recruit, and sell. When that happens, you'll see the top people. You'll see why Green Eye Assassin, is the national manager and above, has done it faster than a lot of people. She has broken records. You'll see Gara go crazy. You see other people say, man, they did it in a short amount of time that we did it. Why? That's what we're intrigued. So 10xing, doubling what you're doing activity will help a lot of stuff. I know, Brandon, we were talking on the other call on other stuff with agent, how to double, what's the mindset. Can you touch base on how do you walk your agents, new agents? Okay, let me see if I can put you on. I don't know how to do this. I think Adam could do it. Okay, there you go. Could you talk about what you do to new agents? Like, what does that look like to get them to from like I'm fired up about this Katie chick. Like, she is sharp. Okay, she remind me of like when you started, like you had that fire, like and that crazy fire when you started that nobody could tell you anything. Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. And I see that she's doing the same thing. What have you said to her that you probably haven't said to somebody else, or what have you said that she took and she just launched? Because she is launching. Can you share
It's
that?
funny. Yeah, I can actually. I'm glad you brought that up because it's what you just said is almost verbatim what I said to her. I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday or Saturday of last week, but I told her in a text message and said, "You remind me of me when I first got started. You're pretty much like, y'all know me, I'm sports oriented, right? Give me the ball, give me the play, everybody get out of the way." That's how she is. That's how I am. Like, just give me the damn ball, move, and I'm going to score this last winning bucket. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to score the last touchdown. Or I'm going to, whatever, baseball, like, just everybody get the hell out of the way. You know what I mean? But with her, man, and with a lot of people, because, going back to Jeff Bright's teachings and his coaching on coaching, 99% of the people we hire are going to be golden retrievers, right? Loyal, faithful. They want to be told good boy, good girl, when they've done something. But it's tough, man. It's really tough. It's something I had to learn over the years. You can't coach everyone the same. So I try not to sugarcoat it. But simultaneously, I let every single individual know, especially Katie, that I believe in her and I'm here to help. I believe in you and I'm here to help. And also, too, I don't like putting a ceiling on people. So when they say, I want to make, hey, babe, when they say, I want to make $5,000, I'm like, why not 10? Well, I just want to make 3,500. Why not 7? You know what I mean? Like, I take the ceiling off. I don't want to cap people. Like you said it a minute ago, reach for the damn solar system, okay? And miss with the stratosphere. You know what I mean? What does that mean? Shoot for $100,000, miss for 50. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to set ceilings on people, set caps on people, and I want them, I as much as I can, depending on my schedule, and now being a dad, really depending on my schedule, like, I try to take every single phone call, every single text message, and if I don't answer it right then and there, rest assured, I will get back to you within a couple minutes to an hour or so. But I always get back to people. Sorry. But no, she's special, man. I really, she does remind me a lot of me. She's a go-getter. She 100% is a go-getter. And she's one of those people that Stephen and I were talking about at a convention at dinner one night. And I asked him, I said, Stephen, I'm trying to make sure I word it right. I'm going to have to paraphrase it. But I said, Stephen, like, why don't you and I, converse as much? Why don't we talk every day or every other day? She's like, because you're working. I know you're working. I was like, damn, that makes sense. You're looking for people who can work. You check up on them. You check in with them every now and again, but it's not like some people that bottom 80%, not the top 20, that bottom 80%. Those are the ones we're wasting time with. Just every day, just, hey, what's going on? What's good? What's going on? Where are you at in your course? What's going on with this? How's this going? How's that coming along? How can I help here? How can I help there? And it gets exhausting. I don't have to do that with Katie. I don't have to do that with Noel. You don't have to do that with me. Like you said a second ago, I'm working because that's my income. That's my money. That's how I take care of my family. That's how I provide for my family. Same with her. I know with her and Noel, I do not have to check up on them every single day. I do anyway because I love them and I care about them, but I don't have to. And that's something Stephen taught me a long time ago. You're looking for people you don't have to constantly just, be in constant contact with just to make sure they're doing something. That gets draining after some time, Ed. That gets draining, man. I love that, you and I don't have to talk every damn day. I got shit to do. I love we don't have to talk every day. I know you got stuff to do too. But yeah, man, sorry that was long-winded, but this is somebody I really am very fired up about, and I think she might give Green Eyed Assassin a go for her money.
Ooh, those are some fighting words. I agree with you. I'll leave you guys with this. A lot of us are spending so much time with that bottom 80% that basically brings in 20% of the results. And if you want to go 10x, you have to spend 80% of your time with that 20%, the top, that 20% that's giving you 80% of the results. Okay. So yeah, so you want to spend most of your time with that 20% that's getting you 80% of the result instead of the 80% that's only giving you 20% of the results. That's how you have a significant, life. That's why I don't have to check on Brandon all the time because I know he's working. I like when I call him, it's more of like, how's the babies doing? How's Ashley doing? Hey, I'm coming over. I'm going to come in at the beginning of July. Like those are the conversations we have. We're building that bond, okay, and growing together. So if you are checking on your people 24/7, right? But there's no growth, is you're wasting your time. Go find new people. Okay. Some of y'all gonna get mad at me. I said it. Don't get mad at Stephen Davies. I said it. Okay. Ed Soto said it. All right. But if you go out there and focus on your 20% that's giving you most of the results, you will 10x faster than you focusing on the 80% of the people that's giving you 20% of the results. So I hope that helps. And remember, you don't have to make sure, let me put it this way. You don't have to get better at the beginning. I'd rather an agent gives me the activity, okay, and the work ethic. Because if you double that activity, you 10x the activity, and then they become 10% better or 1% better over time, that's a lot of premium. Okay, so guys, I love y'all. I can't wait to see a lot of y'all in Miami. I know Thursday's going to be crazy. Talking back and forth with the Greco team. I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait to spend some time with y'all. I think some of y'all going to yacht stuff, but I'm excited. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Stephen, Holly. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Chan Man, for having us on. We appreciate the team. Can't wait to see you guys down in Miami. Thank you so much. I'm getting mine. Go get yours. Peace.